Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. Okay, so yesterday, for some reason, I went into a long position. It wasn't actually quite where this one is here, but it was something like that, 81,000 something. And then, of course, the market crashed quite a bit yesterday afternoon. I was out for a walk in the countryside with my brother-in-law and my daughter, and I didn't pay any attention at all to the charts, and I was assuming because the CPI data was pretty good that the price would go up, and it didn't. So I think that's fairly characteristic of this market at the moment. I think we don't really know what's going on most of the time, do we? But anyway, so this trade is now back in profit again, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I think I might close it and start again. I'm not sure really, but I've just put a stop loss here in profit. So if that comes down, it will make about $50. But I kind of know really that I should just close it now and then look for a better entry, because the entry is rubbish. But let's just leave it for a few minutes and then we'll see what happens at the end of the video. Actually, what I might do, because you can do this on ByBit, is you can get rid of that stop loss and you can set a new stop loss at say 82,111, and you can do a partial stop loss. So you can do partial position stop loss 82,111. Okay, and then you can choose to close half the position if you want. So I'm just going to do that and click confirm. Yep. Okay, so if the price comes down there, it will close half the position, and then I'll have a bit more cash to play with. Now let me just show you what I'm looking at on the chart here. So what I've drawn here is this trend line here. Now this touches all the tops of the candles here coming down on the daily time frame from about the 20th of January, excluding April the 2nd when the tariff speech happened. So I'd say at the moment, if we can get above 82,850, that kind of area, 82,900, and break out of this trend line, that'd be really good news. And of course, what might happen, which normally happens, is you'll break out, come back, retest, and then either go off into space or just come back and carry on doing that. So one of those scenarios will happen. I don't know which one. I'm so tempted to take profit. I'll tell you what I might do is I might set a take profit here, 82,400. So let's say 82,400 and close about a quarter of it. Okay. I'm trading this on ByBit, by the way. If you want to use ByBit and you can use it in your country, I can get you a $30,000 trading bonus when you sign up if you go to savewithcrypto.org/ByBit. That's going to go for that, isn't it? I'm going to push that up a little bit further. Anyway, back to the chart. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. I'm looking to penetrate that line there at 82,830. Maybe that's the figure I should have that one at. Oh, okay, that just filled. Okay, so I've got realised profit of $30 now, unrealised 131. Okay, that's okay. See, now I've got that. I want to pull my stop loss back a little bit. You see now, it looks like it's going to go for that price I said, doesn't it? So it's either going to reject here or it's not. I'm so tempted to FOMO and put that money back in. Shall I do it? Okay, I'm going to do it. Look, you should never ever do this, right? And what I do, I just pick a price out of the order book and then see if it fills or not, But you can see what happens when it does. Straight away it moves up your entry, which is a bit rubbish. And then I'll have to move my stop loss up to there. But that's okay. But it does mean now that I am playing with a bigger position size, like 29 grand. Because it's on 25x leverage, which is quite insane, by the way. But the idea is, if you can put your stop loss in profit, then it doesn't really matter what leverage you're using, does it? And I've done okay, actually, with ByBit the last week or so. I mean, I did take a major loss at one point last week. So on the 4th of April, I was at $719. I went to 783, and I took a big loss here. That was completely my fault. Didn't manage my risk at all. And then I managed to catch that pump yesterday, get it up to $1,132, and I'm currently at 1,416. So it's not bad. It's getting there, isn't it? Actually, that wasn't such a bad move, actually, because that was back there, and we're up a bit now. So I'm currently $191 in profit. I've taken 30 already. My temptation here would be to maybe move that stop loss up a bit more. And I do need to remember that that's only a 50% stop loss. So yeah, this is really bad trading what I'm doing, because I've actually effectively gone long just below what I think is a resistance, on the hope that it might break through. Now I did actually move that stop loss a little bit just while I'm thinking about it. I just need to see if that's going to come down more. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame, get an idea. And this is where my indicator that I'm hoping to release very soon comes in handy. So this uses like 4 different stochastics to identify oversold and overbought conditions. So you can see a few minutes ago, 11:36, that was about, literally like 5 minutes ago, Bitcoin was very overbought. So that signifies we were near a top, which indeed it was. Now here, the fastest moving stochastics are the red and the blue one. The slower ones are the yellow and the green. Now the fact that these have come down here and gone to below the 20% mark, and then actually 10%, and then coming back up, might mean that might only be a temporary dip, and the price could go back up. So this is the indicator that was an open source indicator on TradingView. I tried to republish it because the original one disappeared, and it got banned because I didn't have a good enough description. And then one of my viewers, Crypto J, I think he's called, he came along and he actually fixed the script for me. And so now I've got this working one here. I haven't published this to the general public yet, but I intend to write a really good description so there's no problems with TradingView. Make sure everyone's credited properly, and hopefully we can all share this and use it to make money. Because the main indicators I need to look at are this, to see overbought and oversold, and my EMAs as well that I would love so much, which are these ones here. So the red is a 5 EMA, the cyan is a 9 EMA, the yellow is a 21 EMA, and the green is a 55 EMA. If you want to know how to set these up, just look at the video that's linked at the end of this video and you'll see how to set them up. It's a free indicator, so you can do that. And what I'm looking for here is the yellow to be above the green. That's great. And really you want them in this order for an uptrend, like red, cyan, yellow, green. Okay. Now at the moment the red has come below the cyan and the yellow, so I really want to see that red turn up. And if that does that, then I think we should be okay. So if you want to know about this indicator and you want to get it for free when it's available, then please do make sure you subscribe to the channel and you've got the notifications set to all. You might also like the Telegram group that we've got as well, where I inform you of everything that's happening. Actually now the red has actually gone above the yellow, and they're actually almost in the right order on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, they are in fact red, cyan, yellow, green. So now that's like that, I'm a little bit more confident about it going up. So I'm actually going to move this stop loss down a bit more, down to about there. And I think we might have another crack at this level here, 82,883. And to me that should be getting towards this line here that I drew. Let's make that line red so I know what it's all about. So red for resistance, okay. You can see with this indicator I've got here, one of the real cool things is that green line here, which is showing bullish divergence. It's only on the 1 minute time frame, but nevertheless, like when it did it here, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Like this one here, that was obviously very good. This one here did that. You get the idea? Just look at this one here. Up it went. Yeah, so I really need to get on with doing the description for this and try and get it published with no problems. I think it's going to be useful. And sure enough, I went away for a few minutes and the price came right down here. And it did hit the stop loss. However, I've got this green arrow here. That's a thing called a super up indicator. That's a very bullish sign. So I'm actually going to just put the money right back in. So that will be about here. And it's sold there, so that's okay. So if it goes back up now, I'll be making more money. So let's use that price there. Stick all of it in. And what you'll see now is that the actual position size when it, well, if it fills, will be much larger. And there you go, that one filled. Okay, so we're back in the trade now with a position size of 29,308. Let me just check what it was before. Okay, so that was actually 27,952 before. So we've increased the position size by over $1,000. Okay, so I might have been a little premature with that because the price actually came down a bit more than I thought. So we're now actually $26 underwater. But I've already taken 42, so I don't feel too bad. Going back to the chart, you can see on this oscillator now, on the 1 minute, we're starting to see these red crosses down the bottom now, which generally means that when they stop appearing, that the price tends to go back up. And the slower moving stochastics, the yellow and the green one, are below the 20% mark, and in fact they've both, I think, been below the 10% as well. So that's all looking quite bullish. So I would say the price will probably go up now. Now the thing is, in 45 minutes, we've got the PPI data announcement coming out, so that's going to shake around the markets. Although the CPI was good yesterday, so in theory the PPI should be good, but there again, yesterday didn't quite have the effect we were hoping for. Rather than pump the market, it kind of pumped a little bit and then dumped it. So who knows what will happen. Ideally, I want to get out of this trade before 1:30. And I'll finish this video, and then you can look forward to this QR oscillator indicator getting published properly, which I'm guessing now will probably be over the weekend or maybe on Monday or even Tuesday, because I'm actually going away for the weekend again. Looks like we're pumping up a little bit now. So am I back in profit? Nearly. Okay, so the PPI data was good, which gave a sort of initial little spike there. That's good. So it's 13:30 now UK time, so it's 1 hour before New York Open. So yeah, let's see what happens then. I'll leave the video like that for now. Pretty much hovering around my entry at the moment, so not the best entry in the world. I just thought it'd be interesting just to show you, what you can do with a trade. And this isn't a good example at all. This is a really bad way to trade because the entry was rubbish, and really I shouldn't have been in the trade yesterday and gone out and just let it go quite negative. I shouldn't have done that. It was reasonably low leverage yesterday though. I've only increased it today once I've been in front of the computer, so that's what's going on there. But if you want to check out any of the exchanges that I use to get the massive benefits, please do go to savewith.crypto.org. It's .org, not .com, okay, .org. And if you look here on exchanges, you can see here, these are the ones I use most. Now you have to use these links to get the bonuses, but you get a $30,000 bonus, or rather up to a $30,000 bonus with ByBit, and the same with BitGet, $30,000. Blofin, I'm not quite sure of my offer there. It's not as big as 30,000, but it's still quite generous. BitUnix, at the moment, there's an offer where if you do a trading every day, you get, I think it's $25 for doing it every day for a week, and if you do it for 2 weeks you get $50, and if you do it for 3 weeks you get $100. So that's actually really easy to achieve with BitUnix. I do also use Phemex and Hotcoin in weeks as well, but not very often. So these are the main four I would use. You can use ByBit in quite a lot of countries, but they do exclude the UK and the US. BitGet's a little bit more relaxed, but you're not supposed to do derivative trading in the UK, unfortunately. Blofin you can use in most countries, but you have to use a VPN with some of the ones, like the US, for example. BitUnix you can use anywhere in the world without a VPN, except China, North Korea and Iran. And with both Blofin and BitUnix you don't have to do KYC, which means you don't have to show them your passport or your driving license or anything like that. You can be completely anonymous with just an email address and a password. Okay, so if you like this sound of that, do go to savewithcrypto.org. Please put a big fat like on the video. Do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications set on all. Do consider joining the free Telegram group, which a link to is here. And you can also follow me on X as well. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.